Hey, how's it going, everyone? It's Talk Waffle here. I've been commentating for the past couple of SAK tournaments, having a great time. Looks like we're going to be back here in the Pure Esports Arena location over in Gilbert, Arizona. We're going to be hosting the pilot program, which is going to be SAK's first local in over a year. Super exciting stuff. And of course, as everything should be in this day and age, it'll be sure to run COVID safe with small setups, small brackets. Pre-registration and prepayment are done remotely. Temperature checks are done at the door. All setups have 2 monitors that are head-to-head, so that way you can maintain that 6 feet distance. Mask and social distancing will be enforced at all times, of course. And also, like I mentioned previously, it'll be capped at 16 entrants. All of this is going to be done to make sure that things run smoothly and, more importantly, safely. So I'm going to be joined here by none other than, why don't you go and introduce yourself?
Hey everybody, this is Jam Jars, your favorite retired tournament organizer turned Smash Brothers player and commentator. I'm happy to be here. We got Taco Waffle and Jam Jars, your favorite food combination that you don't want to see go away. We've been gone, dude. We've been gone for like a hot year now, and
Yeah.
I haven't seen so many faces in such a long time. But the SAK's back, baby.
Yeah, I mean, we did do something similar actually at the same location for Arizona Smash League's first edition. I believe it was top 8 that was done in person in a similar fashion. Everything was perfectly within regulation there. But this is a little bit different because this is going to be like top to bottom, all competitors competing in person. You know, and it feels really good to watch, even if we're sitting here in the safety of our own homes. It's still great to watch from a distance.
Well, and that being said, we have an interesting array of players today. It's not just Arizona's best. Earlier today, SAK Gaming TV held a Twitch stream, and they counted down to noon, which was the exact timing when registration for this event would open. Swarms of Arizona players went onto SmashGG, pulled out their mom's credit card, tried to get in. And these 16 players were the first to arrive there, the first that were served, and that's why they're at Pure Esports now. We have...
That's right. Then, if I recall correct, actually, I had like 2 or 3 people in my DMs that were like, yo, where do we go sign up? Where do we go sign up? And I let one of my producers know. It's like, hey, wait a minute, I don't have the link to send them. And he's like, oh, there's no link anymore. It closed. It literally closed out in like 3 minutes flat, like for everyone to get registered. It was actually crazy, man. That was crazy.
I watched it back because I was curious. I was like, I wonder how quickly they filled up. And I saw the VOD, and it was quick. And
yeah.
So I'm excited. Like, we have old school players, people we're very familiar with here in Arizona. We got a few new faces, which is exciting to see that even in the midst a year's celebration, not a celebration, we're not celebrating a year of COVID, but it's been a year. And we still have people that are actively seeking out Smash that we've never seen before. So I hope you guys, were you going to comment something?
No, go ahead.
I'm just saying, I hope you guys are ready for a fun tournament. I'm losing my voice. I need some water. We've got something special for you ahead.
Yeah, no, I think, like, I mean, one thing that is for sure going to be a celebration tonight is just what you were explaining here. I mean, just the fact that we're all together again, if in a way. Not all of us are in there. Man, what I wouldn't do to be in there myself. But I mean, just gonna be able to, just the opportunity to commentate like a through and through full, like, in-person tournament.
We should highlight that.
Yeah, for real.
Like, we're isolated. Like, you're at home, I'm at home, production team is at home. Like, we have the bare minimum people.
We're getting word from producer here real quick.
Oh, this is a first for the United States, you're saying? Okay, yeah, so what our producer was just telling us is this is the first time where a gaming event of this caliber is making sure that we are not filling the space with, people that don't need to be there. If we're capable of streaming and commentating and doing production from outside the venue, we're doing it, and it's a first, baby. You'll see it only here at SAK.
Yeah, we got it here first, and we got it here live. Yes. Yeah, so we are going to be publishing a white paper after the fact, just for publicity and just to help this kind of stig, like just just to help it grow out, gain some popularity. But I mean, yeah, I mean, like we have like a lot of things that are like being put in preparation for making sure that this is not a one-time thing. Of course, given that things pan out how they're supposed to throughout 2021, and COVID starts to go down progressively through the end of the year. Maybe we might even reach a point where we don't even need to abide by any regulations, and best case scenario, the whole COVID situation is through and done. But for the time being, I mean, like a format like this isn't really something that we've seen before, and it's really exciting stuff.
All right, it looks like our players are ready. We're getting into game one of the tournament. We've got Jinx, a very well-known player here in Arizona, against Serval, someone I'm not familiar with. I don't think Taco's familiar with. But Jinx
this is actually Z. He's been rebranding a couple of times. That's why I didn't recognize him when he was in the bracket. Like we were seeing the bracket before the tournament. I was like, wait a minute. Z hit me up saying that he got in, and I was like, hey, cool. And then I looked at the bracket. I was like, wait, where are you, dude? So yeah, apparently that's his new tag that he's going by. He had like a different one a couple of like months ago, but
I see.
Yeah, he's here playing villager. Pretty good villager. I've had him on my personal streams a couple of times. He puts in good work with the character. It's a very not commonly seen character choice, so that also helps out in this kind of situation.
Look at this offstage gameplay, and these are two characters that are both really well equipped to put in some wacky shenanigans offstage.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, we're gonna see a good. I think that was a full charge neutral B that's gonna prioritize the Lloyd rocket and take that first stock there.
Yeah, I think in this matchup, when you got Villager against Wii Fit Trainer, both are characters very not as explored as they honestly should be in the meta, in my opinion. But it's been over a year, so we'll see. I think Villager's main goal is to be constantly aware of what Jinx is trying to throw at him, not get too complacent with the projectiles, and still be aware that Wii Fit Trainer is a strong character.
Yeah, try using those forwarders and backers to try and create a distance from him and Jinx so that he can get a safe recovery back on the stage. But it looks like he prioritized that by jumping right over those projectiles and landing a sick downer there.
Z's doing a really good job of using that dash attack on the platforms to go and hit Jinx while he's distracted.
Yeah, we're seeing some good play in his part. Ooh, yeah, dang. Okay, that was a good catch.
We got a 3-stock, game one.
Yeah, I mean, that's one way to start it up there.
Jinx showing that he's still a dominating player after all this time.
Yeah, really, I mean, we saw Jinx at the Arizona Smash League. He did very good in there as well. I don't remember his placement off the top of my head, but we're going to see here a replay where he throws out. He seems to know, like, not only where he needs to position the Sun Salutation, but he also seems to know, like, when that move is going to have enough priority on it to where it can beat out said projectiles that that he'll definitely be throwing out to try and help his recovery.
I don't think Serval is familiar with the matchup, which is making it hard for him to like make those judgment calls. I think he's focusing too much on Wii Fit Trainer himself as opposed to where Wii Fit Trainer can be putting his projectiles. That, Sun Salutation, the soccer ball.
Right. No, yeah, I think that might be what it is. Because I mean, like sometimes just by playing Villager, you kind of have the upper hand in some sense because you're just playing a character that people just don't know how to deal with as well. But if you're up against another character, one that like probably people know how to deal with even less, then that kind of just puts you back at square one,
Yeah, I think Serval should probably be using Nair's out of shield a little bit more. Wii Fit Trainer is a wacky character in that Wii Fit Trainer has a lot of really good quick tilts and moves out of shield. Jab 1 protects behind Wii Fit Trainer, and so you'll never find a situation where Wii Fit Trainer is kind of uncomfortable in shield. And Serval needs to counterplay that gameplay by using that Nair.
Yeah, that Nair, I mean, as a Yoshi main myself, I gotta say, that's a pretty good Nair that Villager has right there. That's some good stuff. I don't quite recall the frame date on that move, but I believe it's like almost, if not just as fast as Yoshi's Nair, which is pretty notorious amongst out of shield options.
Bonk!
Ooh, bonk! Good
All right.
edge right there. That's gonna tie up the stock count.
Yeah. Jinx getting his deep breathing, super powered up, already applying about 50 damage to Serval.
Yeah, no, I mean, he did a pretty good job at prioritizing that low recovery, which is something that Villager can be very proficient at covering, especially when, ooh, that close to the stage. But
And a taunt saying,
Yeah.
come on, stretch your legs, man. I've already stretched mine. Is he going to go for another one?
He really
Another
went for
dunk!
one there. Oh my goodness. That was
This
such
gameplay!
Wow, this dude is committing really hard to taking the second game. He wants to finish up the set.
Jinx is trying to make a statement. He's back in
my
Arizona, and he's here to stay, Serval.
Man, that was such a good, crazy closeout. I mean, yeah,
Wow.
he's definitely just establishing, like, hey, you know what? I'm first seed. Let it be known. Let it be known that I'm first seed in this tournament.
Jinx takes a dominating 2-0. Not bad, honestly, from Serval. I don't think he was familiar with the matchup enough to really know what he should be doing.
Yeah, it kind of goes back to what I was saying before, where it's just like, you know, sometimes playing the whole low tier can give you a bit of an upper hand in that situation. But I mean, if you're also playing a low tier, or like if your opponent is also playing a low tier, it kind of like evens out the matchup. And depending on how low tier that other character is, it can kind of push you back at square one, where it's just like, wait a minute, I know what I'm doing on my character, I know what I'm doing on my low tier, but what about this one? You know what I mean?
Dude, the tier, like, just for a second, when we talk about tier lists, we examine the meta as it progresses over a period of time. I feel like tier lists and the meta have been stunted for a year.
Yep.
Like, we have 3, about to be 4 characters now that will not have seen any actual tournament development because they were all released during quarantine.
Yep.
And that's an
why
exciting
I was
concept
like,
to me.
yeah, kind of like on the side, I was kind of thinking, I was like, wait a minute, I'm trying to see, because we do have some names that like we haven't really like heard of before, right? And even the names that we have heard of before, we haven't seen in a very long time. So I'm kind of curious to see if it's possible that maybe some of these entrants might have picked up a DLC character or two that we have yet to see in in-person tournaments.